Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Jock Sutherland Classic here at Lafayette High School. Today's Jock Sutherland Classic brought to you by White, Greer, and Maggard. Title sponsor here on PrepSpin. Thanks to those folks out there. All sports in the Fayette Mall. UK Sports Medicine. Rob Ullery is in the house. We're going to try to grab him at halftime for a quick interview. Rafferty's Restaurants throughout the state of Kentucky. Rafferty's where the special is you. And a special sponsor today, First Farmers Bank of Owenton. We'll be telling you them about First Farmers Bank of Owenton as well throughout the broadcast. Gary Ball with William Warfield. We're here at Lafayette High School. Big triple header of basketball. And we've got 6 outstanding basketball teams, William. When you look at this first game, North Laurel, one of the favorites out of the 13th with a 20-3 record. Owen County, one of the favorites out of the 8th region, and they come in with a 22-3 record. Looking forward to this one. Next game will be Louisville Central, one of the favorites in their region, and also after that, they take on a very good Dunbar team, and then we will have Mercer County, the undefeated Titans, later tonight, and Mercer County will take on the host team, the Lafayette Generals. As we said, the first game involves North Laurel and Owen County, and William, we're going to see in this game 2 of the best players in the state, in Peyton Broughton, the 6'4 junior, averaging 23 points a game for North Laurel, coming off a 37-point performance last night against their arch rival South Laurel, and Carson Williams, the big 6'7 senior who's headed to Northern Kentucky University next year.
I'll tell you what, Northern Kentucky may have got them a steal, because I'm watching this kid in warm-ups, and he is a beast out there. 6'7", but I tell you what, he's one of the best dunkers I think I've ever seen in the high school level, just from what I've seen out there so far in this one. And everybody was kind of standing on their feet and, just kind of in awe of what he was doing out there in warm-ups.
Owen County, of course, a team that participated in the All-A Classic. We covered that All-A Classic between Newport Catholic and LCA last week. Owen County got to the Final Four. Yep. They got knocked out, but it's a team that has a lot of great players and a team that could win the 8th region. They're that talented, led by, of course, Mr. Basketball candidate Carson Williams.
Yeah, Owen County definitely is one of those teams that can make some noise here come the postseason. We get to see a glimpse of them here today. Thanks to the Jock Sutherland Classic and this great event that they're putting on here at Lafayette. We got 3 big games here today, so it's exciting stuff. But Owen County definitely one of those teams that could make some noise come playoffs.
And we'll tell you about First Farmers Bank of Owenton. They're happy to sponsor the Owen County Running Rebels. They're located on North Thomas Street there in Owenton, Kentucky, for all your banking needs, whether it's a mortgage, a car loan, or anything you need. See Darrell Traylor, the president there at First Farmers Bank of Owenton. They're proud to sponsor their Running Rebels, and they are a member of FDIC.
And every bank shot here tonight will be brought to you by First Farmers Bank
of Owenton. So as North Laurel makes their way out there in their white uniforms, as you look at the screen there, they're off to the right, and Owen County will be in the black with the maroon and the white trim around the maroon. Owen County, as we said, outstanding record. I talked to Coach Duvall before the game, and he really feels good about his basketball team coming in with a sterling 22-3 record, and North Laurel 20-3. They did lose last night, North Laurel, to their arch rival South Laurel by 9 points, and in that game all Peyton Broughton did was pump in 37 points for the Jaguars of North Laurel High School, coached by Brad Sizemore. We mentioned Coach Devin Naval, the head coach for Owen County. They are a team led by Carson Williams, but they also have some great players. And Big Mike, they call him, Michael Dunaway, a 6'5", 285-pound senior. Big guy down there. Chad McDonald can shoot it from outside. Vince Toffness is a great shooter. And Patrick Osborne will probably get the start today as well for Coach Duvall. As we said, they come in with a 22-3 record. And you look at North Laurel, William, a lot of tradition from North Laurel, because of the Broughton kid. He's a kid that's getting a lot of attention because he's only a junior and he's one of the best players in the state, and he's 6'5".
Yeah, a lot of people saying, hey, this kid is the best player in the state. A lot of people are saying that. Especially from down around the London area, you hear that quite a bit. We're used to seeing some big superstars here in the 11th region, so it's kind of hard to say officially until we see them play today, but definitely a lot of popularity surrounding that young man.
Yeah, Peyton Broughton, a junior, so he's got another year after this one. As we said, it is North Laurel taking on Owen County here at the Jock Sutherland Classic. And of course, Coach Mendenhall always appreciates William, us coming out here doing these games. He asks us every year if we're going to cover the Jock Sutherland Classic.
Well, he's trying to make it into the big event that it is today. He's put a lot of work in it, him and his staff and the great people here at Lafayette High School. And, for it to be broadcast, that just takes it to another level, I think.
And also Kyle Jeffers is a young man that North Laurel likes a lot. He can shoot the outside jumper as well. Scores in double figures for Owen County and Brad Sizemore. As we said, with the Jock Sutherland Classic, we're just about a minute and a half or so away from the starting lineups here. Looking forward to this one, William. I tell you what, great triple header. You mentioned it. Coming up, it'll be Louisville Central. And they would take on that Dunbar team that's coming off an impressive win of 30-some points over Tates Creek last night. And Dunbar at times this year, William, has been ranked number one in the state. And if you don't think they're number one in the state, well, just watch the last game tonight, because Mercer County's coming into this Jock Sutherland Classic with a perfect 24-0 record against the host team, Lafayette.
Well, the latest polls have got Christian County number one. I don't see how that could be personally. I know that they throw it in there as far as the computer rankings go, but let me tell you something. We got a battle right now for number one between Mercer County and Dunbar, and I tell you, I had to give the edge to Dunbar simply because they have played the toughest schedule any team in the state has played, and that's Dunbar. And Mercer County right there behind them, they play a tough schedule too. Even though they're out of the 12th, they've certainly put in a lot of big games so far this season too. So you got 1 and 2 in this classic today.
Yeah, we'll find out. Dunbar plays Louisville Central next, and the starting lineups are just about to be announced by the public address announcer here at Lafayette. And we'll have the starters. It's a triple header, Owen County and North Laurel. As we said, North Laurel is the home team tonight. They're in the white, and Owen County in the black and the maroon, the Running Rebels out of Owenton, Kentucky. Again, thanks to First Farmers Bank of Owenton for sponsoring this game here on PrepSpin. I'm Gary Ball with William Warfield, and we're set for a big triple header basketball game, and the nightcap will be Lafayette. And I tell you what, I know Downey's been out or whatever for Lafayette, but I look for Lafayette to put their best foot forward tonight because they know they're playing a 24-0 team. Nothing against LCA last night, but I think Lafayette might have taken them a little lightly, knowing what they had coming in here tonight in Mercer County.
Well, let me first I'll say I was at that LCA game last night, and LCA played perfect.
Yes.
And, they brought it last night, and just an excellent game from Coach Nate Valentine and his Lexington Christian Eagles. We're going to step out for a minute. We'll be right back, folks.
And we are back at the Jock Sutherland Classic here at Lafayette High School, home of the Lafayette Generals, 6-time state champions in basketball. Of course, everybody still thinks that 79 team that featured Dirk Minifield and Wilson and those guys. And you know, there was just a tremendous team. A lot of people still think that's one of the best teams that ever been assembled in the state of Kentucky, the 79 Lafayette team that won the state championship.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, and they actually just did I think a Sports History Foundation or somebody like that just did a documentary on those guys. Yeah,
there was an excellent job they did on that documentary. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Owen County, the running Rebs out of the 8th region. It will be Patrick Osborne getting the start, the junior. Also, Chad McDonald, the senior, the sharpshooter, can knock down threes for Owen County. And Vince Toffness, another senior. Toffness, McDonald, Dunaway, and Williams have all played together since about 6th grade, they told me. There's Big Mike, they call him. You see why they call him Big Mike.
Yeah.
6'5", about 290, number 22. And then Mr. Basketball candidate and the all-time leading scorer at Owen County, Carson Williams, 6'7" senior, headed to Northern Kentucky University. I look for him to have a big game here this afternoon.
If warm-ups are any indication, I told you, he's one of the best dunkers I've ever seen.
Now the North Laurel Jags out of the 13th region. Starting will be Kyle Jeffers, a sharpshooter. He's a 6'3" senior. And also starting will be a young man who transferred from the state of Virginia, and that is Jarrett Lips. He is 6'2". He will get the start tonight. Then Peyton Broughton, the All-Stater, 6'4" junior, averaging 24 points a game, one of the leading scorers in the state. And the other starter will be Brian Gray. He's a 6'2" sophomore. And rounding out, it will be Bryson Asher, a big 6'5" junior. So that's your lineup for North Laurel, as we said, in the white with the blue tonight. They're coached by Brad Sizemore. And Coach Sizemore, 20-3 on the season, outstanding record. Devin Duvall has been at Owen County for a long time, 17 years, and he's got a 22-3 basketball team coming in here tonight. We're just about set for basketball. It's the Jock Sutherland Classic. Gary Ball, William Warfield, and we're high atop the gym here, perched up here, kind of like we are at Catholic, except at midcourt.
Yeah, you know, this is for me personally, this is a great seat. You know, we're kind of at the right level, and this court looks beautiful in high definition here on PrepSpin, and I'm excited, man.
Let's see what happens on the tip here. It looks like Broughton will jump up against Carson Williams, and those two played AAU ball on an elite team this past summer, so they're good friends, and they were the two leading scorers on that AAU team as well, who did great things at the national level. And Broughton's going to win the tap, and he tips it in backcourt to Gray. Gray is pretty much the guy that runs his show. Of course, Broughton is the two-guard, the shooting guard, and Gray hands it to Broughton. Broughton will work in on Williams, lines up the three, off the iron. Nice rebound by Big Mike. Dunaway there to clean. That's why they call him Big Mike. Clears a lot of space there.
Sounds like a tow truck company, Big Mike's Towing or something.
Owen County, they kick it around the top, as it does, down to Carson Williams on the low block. Williams backs in, fakes, now kicks it out top, and here's a three-pointer lined up, and that's off the rim there, out top there by Toffness, and here comes Jeffers. Kyle Jeffers, he gives it over now to Jarrett Lips, swing it around to Gray, look down low for the big guy, Bryson Asher. He hooks it up and in. Nice hook shot there by Big Asher.
That was a line drive hook, too. He didn't have to really jump very high to hook that on
2-0, that's right, and it was line drive. Here's a long pass. Taken in over there by Osborne. He kicks it deep in the corner, and here's McDonald's three-pointer, knocks it down. We talked about him being a sharpshooter, and he shows that three-point stroke. That was, that was Chad McDonald. I think I might have said Toffness, excuse me. That was McDonald out of that corner.
Love the crowd. I was just going to say, Gary, I love the crowd here today.
Gray kicks it out top to Broughton. He missed that first three-pointer. He's got big Carson Williams on him, two all-state players. Broughton to the basket, hanging, and knocks it down. Boy, Broughton with Williams playing good defense there, William Warfield, and he still was able to knock it down.
Got that First Farmers Bank shot right there.
That's a good point. First Farmers Bank of Owenton. Into the paint is Toffness. Kicks it over to Carson Williams. Williams backs it back out of there. Williams to the basket, stops right side, off glass, too strong. Williams gets it back, spins, and then a little fadeaway and rolls it in. Boy, he's showing good touch there, isn't he? Carson Williams, 5-4. Owen County regains the lead on the nice Carson Williams stick back there on his own missed shot. to the basket lips, and he puts it up. No, and a whistle foul called, as that will send, looks like Jarrett Lips to the line and shoot a couple of free throws for North Laurel. They called it on Vince Toughness, his first, and these will be the first free throws we'll see in this game. 2 minutes have been played, under 5:57 to go, and it's 5-4. But at the line, Lips, and he rolls it in there. Looks up to see who yelled at him there, because somebody yelled out.
Got some passionate fans here.
Got his attention, didn't it? He ties it on that first one at 5. As Sacco, and he got them both. So Lips with 2 free throws at 6-5. Back and forth we go, William Moorfield.
This one slow pace right now, but it looks like it's going to be a good one.
Shot is blocked, but picked back up and put in by Toughness on the McDonald shot that was blocked, and it's back to 7-6. Owen County on top. Broughton looking over at Coach Sizemore for some instructions, and he hands it off now to Gray. Gray directing traffic out there like a traffic cop out there. Thinks he's in New York City. Asher hands it back to Broughton. Williams out there on him, and Peyton Broughton bounce a good bounce pass down low to Asher, and he traveled with a good defense there by Big Mike Dunaway.
Big Mike not giving any ground
Not
there.
any ground at all.
Just sitting there straight up and stiff as can be.
Well, you can't move him at 290. He is a big dude. 7-6. Owen County has a lead in the leather with 5:10 to go in the first quarter. There's Carson Williams going to work. Kicks it back out top, and here is going to be the shot by McDonald. Won't go. Rebounded though by Williams. Throws it up and draws the foul. I tell you what, Asher is a good-sized young man too at 6'4", but Williams goes 6'7", about 230, William, and he is really strong going after that basketball.
Yeah, he's definitely battling in there right now.
He has a bucket on that little fadeaway, and he's trying to add to that, and it's short on the front of the iron. Williams, normally a good free throw shooter. 5:02 here in the first period, 7-6, but Old County's Carson Williams can add to the lead. Again, thanks to First Farmers Bank of Owenton. Already had our first Farmers Bank bank shot, didn't we?
We sure did.
Williams' second shot, good. Carson Williams with 3 now. The lead is 8-6 for the Running Rebs of Owen County against North Laurel out of London, Kentucky. Across the line is Lips. He bounces over to Gray. Gray spinning like a top, looking for Broughton. Backdoor, gets it, reverses it up and in. Peyton Broughton with 4 points now, and it's tied at 8.
Well, that was a good move to the basket and a good pass.
Carson Williams looking over for Toughness, can't get it to him. Williams, a good ball handler as well, as you can see, for 6'7". Williams kicks it over, trying to go to Toughness, and went over the head of McDonald too, and Toughness trying to plead his case saying the ball was tipped, but it goes out of bounds, and North Laurel will get possession back on the turnover. 4:22 in the first quarter. Triple header tonight here at the Jock Sutherland Classic. Coming up, Louisville Central and Dunbar, and that should be a good one. Here's out top, Jeffers in and out on the Kyle Jeffers 3. Rebounded by Big Mike Dunaway. Gives it now to Toughness, Vince Toughness. Toughness pounding it down, and we're going to have a whistle and stoppage of play. Going over to the scores table because they got a clock malfunction. It's gone back to 8 minutes, so they got to correct the clock.
That's one thing we got to get get Lafayette here is we got to get them some new scoreboards.
Yeah, they've had issues with that I remember last year there were a lot of issues with the scoreboard here. Remember that?
Yeah, and it's old school. I mean, they got a antique down there.
They do correct it. The score is 8-all. I think our scoreboard that normally is not working on ours as well, right?
Well, yeah, because their scoreboard's so antique
I got you.
that it's not compatible with it, so we're not getting no data from them down there.
But it is 8-8, and Owen County has the basketball, and 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Williams lobs it deep in backcourt to Toughness, who has a bucket. Toughness over to McDonald to knock down that 3. Back to Williams, looking down to Carson Williams, and the shot won't go there. Good pass from Big Mike, and here comes Gray, Brian Gray for North Laurel with under 4 minutes now in an 8-8 ball game. Gray looking over to Broughton. Peyton open from 3, but Williams out on him. Broughton now pounding it down. Had 37 last night against South Laurel for North, and he is going to be a little bit of contact there, but they say he stepped out of bounds, and I think Carson Williams was lucky that he didn't pick up a foul there. That looked like a little bit of contact there. Forced him a little bit out of bounds from up here.
Well, the slow pace right now, and the officials, I think, are letting them bump a little bit. They're just filling each other out. I don't think the officials want to influence it too much.
Toughness, nice move to the basket, but here comes Gray to knock it away. Brian Gray. Well, good recovery there, William, by Gray after he's beaten to the basket there by Toughness.
Yeah, the young man from North Laurel had a couple steps on him there, but he made up for it.
McDonald, Toughness on the elbow, moves in, kicks it, picked off there by Broughton. Broughton down the lane, scooping and scoring. Broughton with 6 now, and the lead is now 10-8 for North Laurel with 3:18 to go in the first quarter here from Lafayette's Jock Sutherland Classic here. Owen County, that's Patrick Osborne. Osborne into the paint, hands it down to Dunaway, down to Carson Williams. Good grab. Williams has it knocked away there, and I tell you what, Jarrett Lips getting physical with the big fella.
Yeah, Lipson's not afraid of the big fella right now and holding his own ground.
Williams looking to trigger. Carson now kicks it to McDonald. Back down to Williams. Williams posting up. Fakes, hangs, puts it up and in on a hook shot. Some contact, no call. And the Owen County staff and bench screaming for the foul there. They thought it should have been an and one or a soup and a sandwich, but it's 10-10 now.
You know, there's only been 2 fouls called in this ball game so far.
Asher, hook shot, another line drive, won't go this time, and pulled out there by Osborne. Osborne wanting to push it for Owen County. He does. Ball stripped away, and Big Mike Dunaway had it, but he lost it out of bounds. It'll go to North Laurel. We're tied at 10 apiece with just 2:33 here in the first quarter. Coming up, Louisville Central, coached by Doug Bibby, and they would take on Dunbar Scott Chalk's basketball team. It'll be Chalk talk time, right?
Not the Kansas type.
That's right. Long shot by Cal Jeffers won't go and pulled down by Owen County. Wanting to push it Williams. It goes now. Three-pointer knocked down by Chad McDonald. He's got 2 of them. 6 points for McDonald. 13-10. Ball knocked away. And Broughton tries to throw it off Carson Williams, and he succeeds. It goes back to North Laurel. Great hustle there by Peyton Broughton.
Laurel wanted to push that ball up the court real quick. They didn't want to stay at that same pace that they've been doing the whole game so far.
Nolan Tackett in for Osborne and Owen County. First substitute in the game. North Laurel's Gray has it tipped away. Good defense there by McDonald. Here comes Carson Williams, a big fella, to the basket and the two-handed jam. That was big time.
Yeah, he just saw a lane. Actually, he didn't really have a lane there. He just went over the defender.
That's 7 for the big fella.
That was a poster right there.
And nice move, and the ball's tipped, and he grabs it, and Kyle Jeffers says, I'm going to stick it off the glass anyway. And there's another First Farmers Bank of Owenton bank shot. 15-12. What a good ball game here. We thought this would be a good one. McDonald looking for his third 3. Got it.
Throws up the 3 goggles.
9 points for McDonald. All 3 have been from downtown.
And these teams don't need to be afraid of throwing up those 3 goggles. It was made famous here in Lexington, KY.
18-12, and William Warfield with his trivia. Here is the lip shot. That won't go, and nice rebound pulled down by Tackett, I believe it was. Yes, Tackett with the rebound, who checked in there. They give it over to Tackett, to the basket. Tackett hangs and can't get it to go, and pulled down by Asher, the big guy, Bryson, the big junior for North Laurel. To go to Broughton. Broughton lines up to 3. Bullseye.
Good shot by number 3, Big Broughton.
He likes 3, likes to trade, doesn't he? He has 9 points to equal Chad McDonald's hit big threes with 40 seconds. It's 18-15. Owen County on top of North Laurel. McDonald looking for a deep, another one, and that rolls. It goes back in.
Oh.
It looked like it was going to go out and pop back through. McDonald living a clean life. 4 trays. He's got 12 points, William, in the first quarter.
Gary Ball, that was up here where we're at.
Yes.
That's where he launched that one from.
21-15, and Williams right. This crowd really getting into it. Owen County has brought some folks off to the right there. Look at the bottom of the screen there. That's all Owen County. I think all of Owenton's here this afternoon.
I told you there's a good crowd here today. Owen County definitely packed the house.
Gray to the basket. Gray hanging, and it rolls out of there.
Oh.
Took the world tour, and Gray thought it was going to pop in for him. What a great first quarter. McDonald with 12. Broughton had 9, and Carson Williams was 7 for Owen County. We'll come back with second quarter action. Again, thanks to First Farmers Bank of Owenton. We'll come back on the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Gary Ball with William Warfield back on the PrepSpin White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. Jock Sutherland Classic. What a great first quarter as McDonald knocked down 4 trays for Owen County. Broughton had 9 for North Laurel, and Owen County will start with the basketball here to start the second quarter. At halftime, we're going to try to grab Rob Olery with UK Sports Medicine. He's the athletic trainer for Owen County, and we appreciate all the help UK Sports Medicine gives with high school sports. That's Chad McDonald. Gives to Tackett, fakes with the ball. Tackett into the lane, blocked away there. And just coming in, Caleb Osborne, the sophomore, might have got a piece of him. Osborne, the first guy to check in for the Jaguars of North Laurel. Yeah, went on Osborne. Only the second team foul. 21-15 if you're just tuning in. Owen County leading North Laurel. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on PrepSpin, the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. Tackett's free throw good. First point of the game for Nolan Tackett, a 6'3 junior for Devin Duvall in Owen County. He came into the game for Patrick Osborne, who got the start. Second one, both. Boy, good-looking free throws there, William.
That was.
Nice stroke. And the lead is the biggest for the running Rebs. They lead by 8, 23-15. Broughton hands it over now to Lips, Jared Lips. And he tried to hand it off to Jeffers, but lost the ball. Peyton Broughton's got it way out top. He left elbow, little jumper, off the iron, no. Nice stick back up and in. Nicely done by Kyle Jeffers. Second basket for Kyle, and 23-17. Nobody's going to run away from this one, I don't think, William.
Well, if they do,
Yeah.
it would be news. I think these teams are pretty even.
Foul's going to be called, and it's going to be a foul. I believe they called that on Carson Williams. I think it said he pushed off a little bit. I didn't see it from up here. Hand off to Jeffers. Jeffers to Lips. Back it goes to Osborne. Now Broughton. Broughton to Jeffers. Back to Peyton Broughton. Broughton lines up the deep three, and it's off the front of the iron. No. Broughton hustles after it, gets it back. Good ball handler. And they're going to call him for a shove-off, just like they did Carson Williams on the last possession.
Well, he kind of stuck out the hand there and just pushed off a little bit, and that's what got him in trouble.
Team's third foul against the Jags, and 6:52 to go in the first half, 23-17 Owen County. But great hustle there, though. If you're a coach, you like the hustle there by Peyton Broughton.
Oh, definitely.
Even though he did push off a little bit. And there's another long three, and that won't go for McDonald, trying to make his 5th three of the first half. He's already got 4, does Chad McDonald. 12 points to lead Owen County. Down low, and there's Jeffers to the – I tell you what, I know we hear so much about Peyton Broughton, but how can you not be impressed with Kyle Jeffers? And also with the Lips, the way he plays defense, and Big Bryson Asher with that hook shot. So, North Laurel's a solid ball club. Now we know why they're 20-3 on the season.
Well, you had mentioned that they had fell to South Laurel in that big rivalry game. That's kind of like, you see East and West Jessamine, for example, up here. Or, actually, East Jessamine is their sister school to North Laurel, with being the Jaguars.
Exactly.
But
you're right.
But yeah, it's a big rivalry that they've got. It's one of their losses.
Kicks it back to Osborne, and Osborne knocks down a big three. Caleb Osborne, instant offense off that bench, makes it 23-20 on a big-time three-pointer by Caleb Osborne. 23-20, 6-minute mark of the first half. Williams, and there's Big Mike with it. Cuts it over to Tackett. Goes out wide open, and there's a three, and that's off the iron that time by McDonald. And it's going to be Asher throwing it off. No, they say he stepped out of bounds. No, he did throw it off of Tackett. I thought for a minute they were going to say Asher was out of bounds. Back in comes Gray, and going out will be Kyle Jeffers.
Now, Owen County, they were over there in the All-A Classic. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, they got to the semifinal, the Final Four. And
lost on a buzzer beater, didn't
they? On a buzzer beater, yeah. The kid stepped back and hit a three at the top of the circle. 23-20, Broughton. Williams on him. They bounce it down to Asher. Big Mike Dunaway on him. Ball knocked away. Asher picks it back up, gives it to Brian Gray, who just checked back in. Gray into the paint, spinning. Gray can't find any room and gets a lot of traffic down there for Mr. Gray. Said, I better pass this out to the All-Stater.
Yeah.
Good choice. Peyton Broughton. I think there was a game last year where Broughton, if I'm not mistaken, had 50. Here is Lips, and that three is off the iron, no, and pulled down by McAnally, who just checked in.
I'm digging Broughton's ink, though.
Yes.
He's got some cool tattoos there on his arms.
That's very popular with the young kids. Look at all the NBA players. Look at LeBron.
Yeah. Well, you know the guy that really made it cool, I think, there in the 90s was Allen Iverson.
Carson Williams going back to a picked off by Peyton Broughton. 4:45 and North can tie. There's Broughton to the basket, won't go, and getting a hand on it there, flying through was Jared Lips, but Owen County comes out with it. Toughness to McDonald, hit those 4 threes in the good pass back, and they kick it in the corner now to Carson Williams. He hands it to Toughness, the three, back of the rim, no whistle, foul called, and it's going to be called. Let's see who they got that on. Called that on big Carson Williams, his second. I'd say it's his first.
You kind of got the Twin Towers out there between Big Mike and Carson Williams, don't they?
Williams picking up Peyton Broughton, his teammate in the AAU circle. Hands it to Brian Gray. Gray spinning or down the lane, almost traveled. Gives it off to Kyle Jeffers. Jeffers hangs, won't go, whistle, foul called. And Jeffers, who has 4 points, will go to the line. Foul on McAnally, his first. And going to the line will be Kyle Jeffers, the senior for North. I like his game, William. I think he's just a kid that plays hard, and he got that great stick back on that one miss earlier in the game, but he did miss the free throw. 23-20. Owen County on top, and Big Mike Dunaway goes out of the lineup, and checking in back in is Patrick Osborne, the junior, who got the start for Devin Duvall. 4:09 to go in the first half. Got the second one. Makes it a 2-point ball game. Owen County 23, North Laurel 21. Owen County's got the basketball. That's Vince Toughness. Over to McAnally, down to Williams, and Williams is going to be. Williams ran into Lips. As we said, Lips transferred in from Virginia.
Yeah.
He's got some artwork too on that right arm. I think he's got some on the left one too. Speaking of body art. Whistle. And that's going to be a push. Called on Lips. That's 2 on Lips. So coming in, Asher. Let's see who's going to. He's going to check in for Lips. So 6'5" Bryson Asher, the junior, back in. Williams.
Both teams 5 fouls apiece right now.
3:50 to go, first half. 23-21, William. It's been a good one so far. Osborne hands it out to McDonald. Over to Williams. Right side free throw line extended. Williams going in on Asher. Backs it back out of there. Carson with 7 points so far. He averages 24. Williams in the paint. Stop, hop, skip, and a jump off. Glass good. He's got 9 now.
That was a good move. You know, he kind of faked his opponent out there and was able to put it up off the glass for another First Farmers Bank shot.
First Farmers Bank of Owenton. 25-21. Owen County on top of North Laurel. Broughton going back to Asher. He hangs, won't go, and that's going to be a charge call, and it's going to go against Asher. I had to hesitate to see if it was going to be a block or a charge.
Well, the official just kind of stared. I don't even think he made the actual gesture.
Trey Henson, the senior, is going to check in the lineup for Osborne for North Laurel. So they're going with Gray, Jeffers, Asher, Broughton, and now into the ball game, Henson, Trey Henson. 25-21. Owen County lead in leather in the black and the maroon. North Laurel in the white with the blue. Jaguars out of the 13th. Owen County out of the 8th. Shot deep out of the corner, knocked down again, this time by Toughness.
They got some sharpshooters, Gary.
They do.
Ball.
We talked about it in the pregame, didn't we? 28-21, 7-point lead for Owen County. Down low, Asher, he's got the position, rolls it up and in.
Yeah, he definitely had a position on Williams on that shot.
28-23, Bryson Asher with 4 points now. 28-23, Owen County by 5, and Owen County has knocked down 5 3-pointers in this first half. Carson Williams to the basket, hanging, scoring. He will get the soup and the sandwich from Rafferty's.
Now we just got to see if he's going to leave the tip for that soup and sandwich.
That's right. How much of, the gratuity is 18%. Right? That's usually protocol, right? 18%.
Is that what it is?
Williams now with 11.
I normally get fast food. I don't eat at those fancy restaurants.
You don't
like
have to tip, do you?
I get it and go.
Rafferty's with a special as you, thanks to Rafferty's Restaurants. And, boy, Williams now. I tell you what, he's got 12, and that's kind of a quiet 12, isn't it? Because McDonald's knocked down all those 3-pointers.
A quiet 10. Two of that was pretty loud. That dunk that he did.
To the basket, Peyton Broughton lays it up and in, and Broughton down double figures with 11. 31-25, Owen County by 6. Their biggest lead has been 8. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half here. Jock Sutherland Classic coming up, Louisville Central and Paul Dunbar. Williams kicks it in the corner over there to Toughness. Goes to Dunaway, back over to Carson Williams. He backs up, lines up the 3, bullseye.
Why not?
15 for Williams. Makes it 34-25, Broughton into the lane, and Williams gets a block on it. Carson Williams, ball knocked away by Broughton. He gets it back, and he's going to be grabbed. And that was close to being intentional there because Big Mike was making sure he wasn't going to lay it in and grabbed him. But foul is going to be on Michael Dunaway.
At the angle that Williams had, though, there on Broughton, Big Mike should have just let him go because that might have been another block possibly there. But definitely good hands by Broughton on the other hand.
And Josh Spalding, a junior, has come in for Owen County, and he's going to replace, it looks like, McDonald. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Minute 32 to go. Owen County has their biggest lead. 34-25 over North Laurel here at the Jock Sutherland Classic with William Warfield, Gary Ball. And we want to thank all the sponsors, the Rafferty's Restaurants, also First Farmers Bank of Owenton. Happy to sponsor the Owen County Running Rebels. They're located on North Thomas Street in Owenton, Kentucky for all your banking needs. See Darrell Trailer, First Farmers Bank of Owenton, member FDIC. 34-25, and William, what do you think? Carson Williams has really picked up his play, and that's been a significant factor why Owen County now has almost a double-digit lead, 34-25.
Just got nothing to do with this ball game, but Kyle Rhodes' mother Kyle Rhodes, of course, one of the superstars here in Lexington.
Yep.
Mother just tweeted me and said that she was able to catch the game last night on demand, just like folks here for the Owen County and North Laurel game would be able to do. Not only is it live, but it's on demand, and people love that stuff, don't they, Gary?
Yes, they do, and high definition. We've got all 3 of them here coming up. We'll have Louisville Central. They would take on Dunbar. And then tonight, it will be a good one between the home team, Lafayette. They take on Mercer County, #1 ranked team in the state. Down low, Jeffers up and in. Boy, great entry pass there from Gray.
That was just coaching from the sideline right there. That was a made-up play.
That sure was.
In that huddle.
Designed in the huddle, and Gray found Jeffers streaking to the basket, 34-27. Goes over now to Spalding, knocked away, and we're going to have a whistle. And that's going to be a foul called on Jeffers.
Well, that's going to put the 1-and-1 situation here for Owen County.
Carson Williams, 15 points in this basketball game, averages 24. He's a legitimate Mr. Basketball candidate because not only does he average that many, but he's got 16 now. He also averages over 11 rebounds a game and blocks 3 shots a game. So he's a guy that's got the complete package. And we've seen this game, William. He can handle the basketball for 6'7".
Yeah, and he's got his 3 blocks today. I'm pretty sure at least 2 of them so far in this game. But yeah, he's all around. I would almost put him at a 4 or 5 star personally.
Knocks down both free throws. 17 now for Carson Williams.
Did you say he was a senior this year?
He is a senior. He's committed to Northern Kentucky University. Going to play for Coach Johnny Brannon up there next year. He'll be a good one up there.
Yeah, he's going to be a superstar.
36-27. Owen County by 9. Second time they've had a 9-point lead. Jarrett Lips with those 2 fouls is checked back in for Brad Sizemore, North Laurel. Going to pound it down. Out front. Gives it over to Peyton Broughton down to 56 seconds. North Laurel's down 9. I'm not sure why they're stalling the ball. It's not like they have a 9-point lead. Down to 48 seconds. 36-27 running Rebs of Owen County. Gary Ball, William Moorfield here on PrepSpin, the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. We got 2 of them coming up after this one. Right after this, it'll be Louisville Central. Dunbar to the basket. Gray, hanging ball knocked away. Whistle, foul called, and that's going to go against Owen County. It'll be 2 shots for Mr. Gray. Devin Duvall was screaming for the charge there on Gray, but Gray will go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, that's really, referee discretion on whether it's a charge or a blocking foul, I think. I don't think, they say if you shuffle your feet or if you're moving as the guy with the ball coming in there, but I've just seen so many differences in them in high school this year.
Gray cracks the scoring column. You're right, William. It's the toughest call in basketball. There's no doubt about it, the charge block call. And, from sitting up here, I think I would agree with the official now. I thought the young man from Owen County was moving a little bit. If he'd stayed, stationary, he would have probably got the charge.
Plus his position out there, too. He might have been a little bit too far underneath the basket.
Yeah, good point. And Gray got them both, William. It's 36-29. Owen County by 7. They have the basketball. And working in the front court there is Patrick Osborne. Checked back in. He gives now to Vince Toffness over to Chad McDonald. McDonald had 4 threes in the first quarter. McDonald, and it's going to be a timeout by Coach Duvall with 13.8 seconds. And his club leading Owen County on top of North Laurel, 36-29. Again, that'll give us an opportunity to thank all of our sponsors here in this game from the Jock Sutherland Classic, White Greer and Maggard. I mean, if you need anything done there, is that oral surgery too? Can they do oral surgery, or is it just dental?
Yeah,
work?
well, I mean, they specialize in the braces, and I understand you can actually get your teeth cleaned there as well. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, the braces are the big thing. They got that Invisalign technology, Gary. It's kind of like having braces without braces, if you will.
Right.
And several Central Kentucky locations. They're also over in Louisville as well, and just some great sponsors here on the network.
Yep, White Greer Maggard, all sports in the Fayette Mall, UK Sports Medicine. We're going to hear from Rob Ullery at halftime from UK Sports Medicine. Rafferty's restaurants throughout the state. Rafferty's where you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best soup and sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's for that potato soup and that open-faced prime rib. Am I making you hungry yet, Mr.
Well,
Warfield?
when I hang out with you, I usually get to go to Rafferty's. So.
Long pass, or we check out our secondary favorite, Williams.
I like the club sandwich with the honey mustard.
Travel by McDonald way out from the basket. 7.8 seconds, so coming in quickly will be Spalding. And this might give Broughton an opportunity to get off. If he gets off a 3 here or even a field goal, they can make this thing very tight. It's 36-29. Broughton's got it. Plenty of time. 6 seconds. 5 stops. He bounces deep in the corner. Now they kick it out top. Broughton's got it. He's going to launch up an off-balance 3. Can't bank it in there at the first half buzzer. As we go to the halftime, Owen County running Rebs 36. Jaguars of North Laurel 29. And a good first half of action. We'll take a break, come back. Rob Ullery will join us from UK Sports Medicine here on the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week, the Jock Sutherland Classic.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Welcome back to halftime, Jock Sutherland Classic, and it's 36-29, Owen County on top in this game. Rob Ullery from UK Sports Medicine, one of our fine sponsors here on the broadcast. We've been telling you about them throughout the first half. And Rob, you do great work there at UK Sports Medicine. You are the trainer for Owen County. And one injury, Blaine Forsey looks like he's out for the year with a broken hand.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's a huge blow to the Owen County Rebels. He was probably the best defender on the team, and he always was matched up against the other team's best player. And unfortunately, he injured himself at the end of that Murray game in the semifinals of the All-A, and is going to be out for the rest of the year.
Carson Williams leads Owen County. What's new? He has 17 here at halftime. Chad McDonald, Rob Ullery, knocked down those 4 big threes in the first quarter.
Chad McDonald's a great shooter. He's a streaky shooter, and he gets on a roll. You just want to keep feeding him the ball.
How long have you been the athletic trainer for Owen County?
11 years.
Wow.
Been there for 11 years. Seen a lot of kids come and go. Great community support, and it's a lot of fun. As you can see, they bring the house, and they shut the county down wherever they play.
They really do travel. I mean, how far is Owenton from, say, Lexington?
An hour. It's a half hour north of Frankfort.
Gotcha. So it is a
small
good hour.
community, but they love their basketball, and they travel real well.
They're one of the favorites to win the 8th region. How does the injury to Blaine Forsey figure into all that as far as you're concerned, Mr. Ullery?
I think it figures in pretty highly. I've talked to Coach Duvall a lot, and it's basically next man up, and that's kind of the philosophy they had. You saw they started Patrick Osborne tonight, and he's kind of taken over the reins of knowing what taking over for Blaine.
I don't know if you've noticed in this game, but Carson Williams, the outstanding player for Owen County, and Peyton Broughton, the outstanding player for North Laurel, has 11 here in the first half, Rob Ullery. But the thing that Coach Duvall told me before the game, they're teammates on an AAU team, an elite team in the summer, and they're very good friends. But I wonder how that plays in when they go head-to-head.
When they go head-to-head, I'm sure it's all about Owen County versus North Laurel. They play for the Kentucky Travelers in the summer, which was a great basketball team throughout the summer, and they got a lot of great experience this summer playing some high-quality teams with some high-quality players that were recruited by big Division I schools.
Well, UK Sports Medicine, you're the athletic trainers for all of the Fayette County public schools. We got 2 of them coming up. Dunbar takes on Louisville Central. Lafayette takes on Mercer County, and should be 2 great games.
Should be 2 great games. 2 great schools that play hard. Dunbar head and shoulders the class of Fayette County right now, so they'll show, and like you said, they're one of the favorites to win the 11th region, and the athletic trainers will be here taking care of these teams, and use our motto, we'll keep the kids in the game.
And speaking of UK Sports Medicine, you'll be on with me tomorrow on the Scholastic Ball Report at noon on the CW.
Yes.
We'll be talking on there. And also our team of the week, Henry Clay, Isaiah Tisdale. How about that young man? Pumped in 40 last night against Scott County.
He's another one that can, in a blink of an eye, get you a lot of points, and another real athletic kid that can fill the basket and play up and down the floor.
And then scholar athletes from Bryan Station. You got to watch the feature, too. It's a great feature we have on the show tomorrow. And on the wrap-up of the show tomorrow, we're going to have a special on Miss Whitney Creech, who just broke the all-time scoring record.
Definitely a young lady that can fill the basket, and definitely the classic Kentucky and Western Kentucky got a steal in that one.
They sure did. And Rob, you keep up the great work. I know National Athletic Training Month is coming up in March. Tell us about that. What's in store?
National Athletic Training Month in March is a national initiative to recognize all the all the athletic trainers in the nation. Work hard in all aspects of the game, whether it be middle school, high school, college, professional level, whatever it takes to get the job done and to take care of the athletes, whoever they may be.
Well, I appreciate everything you do, Rob, for high school kids, for Owen County, for all the Fayette County public schools, and, of course, we always appreciate what you do for PrepSpin, too, being a sponsor with us. You know, can you believe it? 2 weeks from Monday, we start the district tournaments. The 43rd will be played right here at Lafayette. The 42nd is going to be played at Scott County. So the districts, and then all the 11th region tournament will be played at Eastern Kentucky this year because they had some conflicts with the Frankfort Convention Center.
Right, and that'll be a fun showcase. Madison Central, Lexington Catholic, Lafayette, Dunbar, Henry Clay in the 11th region. It'll be a lot of great teams playing in this 11th region, and as always, it'll be a battle to get out.
Okay, before you get away, I got to ask you. Cam Newton, Carolina, Peyton Manning, Denver Broncos. Who you got tomorrow
I'm a closet Broncos fan, always have been since the Orange Crush days of the mid-'70s, so I've got to root for the Broncos.
Yeah, but there's one orange you love a little bit more.
There is a lot of orange.
It's called the Bengals. I know you're a huge Bengals fan.
Yep.
And, man, I tell you, they
went through a lot of lean years in the 90s with the Bengals, so I had to get that secondary team to root for.
That's right. And so Rob Olery from UK, they've got the walk-in clinic. I tell you, that's a beautiful facility you got over there.
Brand new facility, the old Turf Mall on Harrodsburg Road. Walk-in clinic, 7:30 every Monday through Friday. We take care of anybody, and like I said, our motto is to keep you in the game, and that's what we do.
Well, you sure do, and thank you, Rob. Always good to talk to you.
Thank you, Gary.
Rob Olery from UK Sports Medicine. We'll come back with the second half with 36-29, Owen County on top of North Laurel. We'll be back here with the second half action on the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
We're just about set for second half action. Gary Ball with William Warfield here on PrepSpin, the White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week. First half was exciting. It was a good one. Carson Williams led the way with 17 for the Running Rebs, and Peyton Broughton led the way with 11 for North Laurel. And for the Jaguars, it'll be Lips, Asher, Jeffers, Gray, and Broughton, same five that started. And for Owen County, it will be, let's see if they got the same. They got Toughness, McDonald. They've got Big Dunaway, Big Mike, Osborne, and Carson Williams. Same five that started for them. With the basketball, there's Jarrett Lips. And Lips kicks it in the corner to Gray. Down low to Asher, posting up on Big Mike. Asher fakes, goes back the other. He walked there, no call. Fadeaway, short and air ball. Williams there battling, and Carson Williams ran into Jeffers, no call. And they kick it in the corner. Top. That's called letting them play right there, Mr. Warfield.
We're getting the road to WrestleMania here tonight.
I know. I was about to say, you love that WWE. You got to like that action. Ball knocked away. A steal here. And coming away with it is Lips. He hangs and can't score as Williams hustled after him and not allowing him to score. So Williams picks up his second foul.
Williams went down as he didn't want to go for the fake, so he just kind of stopped on a dime, if you will.
36-29. At the line will be North Laurel.
Coach over there saying, hey, man.
Look at the replays.
He's saying you just got to take that up there. Don't worry about who's trailing you.
Yeah.
You just go up there and just take the contact.
I heard fans giving you some love. Saying, look at the replay over there on PrepSpin. Here's the second one. That's off the mark after Lips made his third point. 36-30. Owen County by 6, and they have the basketball. And that's Vince Toughness. Comes over to Chad McDonald. McDonald back to Toughness in front of Gray. Toughness in a jam now. and throws it and picked off by Asher. Did he travel? Yes, he did. He got caught up in the air. Am I going to throw it? Am I going to dribble it? Well, and that indecision cost him a travel. All he had to do was just lead the ball out in front of him to his teammate there. See if he can pick it up and lay it in. I look for Peyton Broughton to really pick it up here in the second half. He's too good of a player. I know he had 11 in the first half, but he's one of those kids that can go off on you at any time. Williams gives to Big Mike. In the corner they go now to Osborne. Patrick baseline trying to kick it over. Here's McDonald lining it up. Bullseye. Chad McDonald. 15 for Chad. And they're all three-pointers. He got 5 trays. 39-30. Owen County by 9. 6:37 in the third. Spin move. And the shot won't go there. And it knocked away out of bounds by Big Mike Dunaway. But that little spin move there by Jarrett Lips.
Got a halftime score for you is Kentucky up by 18 on Florida right now, 50-32.
I'm TiVoing the game. Will you please not give me any more scores?
Uh-oh.
Great. No, just kidding. It's okay. I'm great. Check out WVLK 590 Sports Talk Sunday morning, 9 to 11. Here is going to be a foul called on the floor, and it's going to go on Big Mike. Big Mike thought it was a travel by Big Bryson Asher, and he might have had a point. Tomorrow's guest, Sarah Breidenball from the KHSAA, will join us to talk about the bowling championships, will you? You and I both. Here's Asher lining up the three. Got it! We'll be talking about the bowling. You'll be covering that bowling, won't you, William?
No, they decided not to stream it this year. They're just going to do highlights.
Gotcha.
So.
I'm doing the PA for them. How about that? Trouble by Williams. Gives to Toughness. Toughness in the lane. Kicks it over the right side to Osborne. Down low. Ball knocked away. Picked up by Williams. Williams off the glass. Put it down. He's fouled. The basket will count.
That kid is so athletic. I mean, it's almost like he's a freak of nature, if you will. Just a superb athlete.
Foul went on Asher. That's his third. And going to the line will be Mr. Williams, who has 19 points. He's looking for his 20th point, and we still have 5:52 to go in the third quarter.
I don't think he's going to have any problem getting that average of 24.
He had 33 in their last game. I'd say he may top that tonight. It keeps going like this. He's got 19, 20 already.
And remember, let's refer back to the pace of that first half. It wasn't a very fast-paced first half.
Peyton Broughton hands it back to Asher. He's wide open from three again. Lets it go. Off the iron this time, but rebounded by Jeffers. He baseline turns around short, gets it back, powers it up and in, and he will get the Rafferty soup and the sandwich. That's 9 for Kyle Jeffers.
I can see this kid eating milk and cookies. I don't know about soup and sandwiches.
He can cut it down to 6 and knocks it down. Kyle now with double figures with 10. He averages 12. 42-36, 5:27 to go in the third quarter. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on PrepSpin and trying to dribble between two defenders. A reaching foul is going to be called. And if this goes on Mr. Lips, that'll be his third. I got him for 3 now if it goes on Lips, but they called it instead on Broughton.
Yeah, it would have been Lips' third if that indeed was. But
2 on Peyton Broughton. Carson Williams, double team. Trying to dribble out of it, does. Gray tips it from the back. And Carson Williams slams it home, and they get the whistle and the foul.
Oh, my goodness.
That is a top 10 right there.
Crank it back, young fella.
22 for Carson Williams.
Tell me he just didn't do that, Gary Ball.
He did that. That was Michael Jordan-like. And he's 6'7".
Wow.
In and out on the free throw. 44-36. Boy, North Laurel, they have to be impressed with this Carson Williams kid, because I know I am. Peyton Broughton and a junior. He's an outstanding player in his own right. Broughton working on Williams. Now bounces over to Jarrett Lips. Here's Asher open from a deep 3. Off the iron, no. Flying through is what a nice rebound there by Williams.
Look out, here comes that big Mack truck.
That's right. He'll take it to the rack on you if you don't slow him down. Big Mike turns from 17, in and out, rebounded by Asher. Good rebound there by Bryson Asher. 44-36, 4:30 to go in the third. Gray. Brian Gray trying to make something happen on McDonald to Broughton. He's going to hand it to Jeffers. Back to Gray. Brian Gray into the lane and lost the handle on it. Coming out of there with it is Williams. He's got a bust out again, and Williams going in with a dunk again, but they're going to wave it off. This young man's a dunking machine.
He is.
He's got, 4 dunks in this game?
That would have been his 4th, yeah, but I don't know if they're going to – looks like they're going to wave that one off.
Yeah, they said foul before the shot. It'll be Dunbar and Louisville Central. The Jackets coached by Doug Bibby, and a lot of folks in Louisville will be watching that one. Williams to the basket. Hanks throws it up, no, and he's going to be fouled by Asher.
He's trying to take over here in this third quarter and doing a heck of a job at it.
He's got 22 points. Averages 24.
We're gonna tweet that where he dribbled out that double team and went in with that tomahawk. We're gonna tweet that out to the Sports Center, I think. Top 10. Give that man a top 10 Gary ball.
That's right. SC. 44-36. 4:10 to go in the third. At the line, Carson Williams, 22 points. That leads everybody. And free throw rolls out. Going out will be Asher with those 4 fouls. And coming back in will be Caleb Osborne, the sophomore for North Laurel. North Laurel fell to South Laurel last night by 9. Broughton, by the way, Peyton Broughton had 37 in that game last night. Last game for Owen County, Williams at the line, he had 33.
Let me ask you, how committed is this kid to Northern Kentucky? Is he signed or?
Well, yeah, apparently, it's pretty strong. I guess he did sign. He's, but I told you, he's a player now.
I'll tell you what, when some of the other college coaches see the tape of this ball game, they're going to be on him, man. I'm telling you.
He could play in the SEC. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He's also, listen to this, he's a 4.0 student, number 1 in his class at Owen County.
Come on, Cal, you're missing the boat.
Valedictorian. Williams posting up high block, kicks deep in the corner now to Osborne. Goes now to Tackett. Tackett over to Toughness, and that 3 won't go. And there's Williams battling on the floor, gets it, turns, fakes, hangs, throws it up and in. The basket will count. .25 for Williams.
I know Coach Cal's busy in the second half right now, but he needs to see this video today.
Kid can play.
And that's how Polson got recognized. He's playing there at West Jessamine, and not a lot of media coverage for him. And I'm sure that Owington has the same issue there. But that's how you get discovered, man. Exposure.
That's exactly right. And you do a great job getting these kids. Here's Gray, long 3, bullseye. Big 3 there for Gray. His first 3-pointer of the game, 5 points now for Gray. And we want to thank, of course, all the sponsors. 47-39, that was huge. I want to thank First Farmers Bank of Owenton. Happy to sponsor the Running Rebs of Owen County. To the basket, won't go there on the shot attempt by Osborne. Another deep 3, Gray off the iron. Carson Williams grabs it on the backside. Williams wraparound dribble, down the middle, cut off, and here's going to be a whistle, and it's going to be a blocking foul called, and it's going to go on North Laurel's Jarrett Lips. That's his 3rd. Already 17 fouls, so already in the bonus at the 2:48 mark of the third quarter with Carson Williams causing all these problems for North Laurel.
47-39. This Owen County team, they mean business.
Carson has 25. Looking for his 26. But he might have 30 before we even start the fourth quarter. You know, Isaiah Tisdale for Henry Clay had 40 last night against Scott County. He had 40 of Clay's 69 points.
That was a big game.
That kid can play. Matter of fact, Billy Hicks, great coach from Scott County, went ahead and anointed him. He said, kid's the best all-around player in the 11th region. Talking about Tisdale because he can rebound, he can pass, he can handle the ball and play defense, and, of course, he can score. 40 last night. Second in and out. It's probably the only thing Carson hasn't done great today, shoot free throws. He has missed 5 on my sheet. Otherwise, he'd already have 30 points. 48-39. Osborne. Jeffers down to Broughton, working in on Williams. Off glass, good, and Peyton Broughton said it's time for me to show the game I have as he goes to work on big Carson Williams, and Williams picked up his 3rd there. So the basket will count, 48-41, and Broughton can cut it down And they may take Carson out. Yeah, they do. They bring in Cam McAnally at 6'4". Williams goes out with 26 points.
I'm sure we'll see him again.
Oh, yeah. He'll probably, well, it depends on what, if North Laurel's able to cut into this 7-point lead, well, they will here at the line if Broughton knocks it down. He's a good free throw shooter at about 85%. Cut it down to 48-42, and he does. That is 14 now for Broughton, who averages 24. 48-42, Owen County behind All-Stater Carson Williams on top. Osborne trying to go back toward the middle. Picked up by Tackett. Tackett to McDonald down low and put up. Won't go there. Wide open on the backside. Looked like it was Tackett there, I believe. Or was that McAnally?
McAnally, yep.
Lob down low to Jeffers. On the floor, Jeffers spinning. Loses the handle on it. McAnally picks it up. Well, I tell you, that was a big possession there for North Laurel. They could have cut it down to 4 points or possibly a one possession with a 3. Didn't even get a shot. McAnally throws it away, though, as he tries to shoot it out to Vince Toffness. A little bit too much mustard on that fastball. Probably wanted to take a little bit off that pitch. Minute 49, third quarter, back in. Well, Williams got all of about, 20-second breather?
Yeah. Speaking of fastballs, I seen where Ben Revere and Robbie Ross in town talking to some of the baseball teams here as they get ready for their spring training.
These guys are great. Ben Revere out of Catholic, Ross out of LCA. Ball knocked away, minute 42. As I was talking earlier on the Sunday morning talk show, which you were on with me last week, William, on 590 WVLK. Well, I've got some great guests. Steve Moss from WKYT. We got Garrett Headley going to join us, the wrestling coach at Henry Clay, and Sarah Breidenball, the assistant commissioner with the KHSAA, who handles the bowling state championships that are next Thursday and Friday at Eastland Bowling Lanes. Did you know I bowled in high school?
I can see that. You were probably, what do they call it, a Baker dozen?
Oh, my goodness. Gray with another 3. Brian's got 2 of them. We got ourselves a tight one now, 48-45. Owen County's lead was 11. Now it's 3. McDonald in the middle, and Toffness shot short. Picked up, though, by Carson. Williams turns and scores. He's fouled.
Coach didn't waste no time putting him back in the ball game, did he?
He's got 28 points. No, I mean, because they turned the ball over a couple of times.
Yeah. So it's a different team when he's out there for sure. They're having an issue with who they're calling the foul against.
They're saying they gave the wrong foul to the scoreboard on the wrong person is what they're trying to say. And that will send out of the game will be Jeffers. Big Mike is put back in. Dunaway for Owen County. 50-45. And, boy, what a game by Williams. 28, looking for his 29th. Williams and knocks it down.
I just heard Charles Barkley in the crowd say terrible.
Terrible. That's terrible. I think I might have been his son they called the foul on. Just a guess. Asher.
Barkley's got a son in the game?
No.
That's terrible.
Into the lane, Jeff. Over to Asher. Thought about the 3. Now hands it to Osborne. Great. Down low to Peyton Broughton. He's going to reverse it up and in. Great assist and great move by Broughton to gain his balance underneath. He's got a total of 16 now.
I'm like you. I like that Broughton kid.
Oh, I'm telling you what. He could light it up in the fourth quarter. If North Laurel pulls it out, it'll probably be him knocking down some threes. 51-47. We got a good one here between Owen County and North Laurel. Owen County. They wanted to travel, though. They give it to Big Mike. Dunaway spinning on Asher. Hook shot up and in. Nice move by Big Mike.
He took it to another gear.
Dunaway makes it 53-47. Running Rebs with 21 seconds here in the third quarter. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week on PrepSpin.
Big Mike cut a move out there on the rug.
He sure did. Big Mike's got some moves. They give it up now to Broughton. Broughton down to 5 seconds. 53-47. If he nails a shot, he lines up the 3. Got it!
Wow. That kid is on par.
19 for Broughton. And that, what a ball game we got. Don't go away, folks. We got a quarter to play. We have a 53-50 Owen County lead over North Laurel here. And we want to thank First Farmers Bank of Owenton. They're happy to sponsor the Running Rebs. They're on North Fort Thomas Street in Owenton, Kentucky for all your banking needs. See Darrell Traylor, the president there at First Farmers Bank of Owenton, member FDIC. We'll return in 30, 53-50 Owen County on top of North Laurel.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
I tell you what, Peyton Broughton made us look like Nostradamus, knocking down that 3 at the end of the third quarter buzzer. He's got 19 now. But the story of this game has been big. 6'7" senior Carson Williams, number one in his class, also number one in the heart of the Owen County fans. He has a total of 29 points, William, for Carson Williams as we head to the fourth quarter.
I was talking to Ron here, and Ron with, was it Kentucky Prep Hoops?
Yes.
Yeah, so he sees a lot of basketball. He said Carson Williams
best players
the best players he's seen. Yeah.
I mean, there's some great players in this 11th. 11th region loaded this year with Dunbar and man, teams like that. And, of course, Lexington Christian coming on strong now. But Lafayette and Henry Clay, Scott
most
County.
Dangerous team right now, Lexington Catholic, in my opinion.
And shot is blocked there off the shot by Topless. You know, this little gray kid, when I say little, Brian, he's about 6 foot, but, you know, that's about his third block shot in this game.
Yeah.
53-50. North Laurel with a 3 can tie, or basket can cut it to 1. 7:42 to play. 53-50 Owen County. In the corner, Osborne's 3. He ties it up. Caleb Osborne, second 3 of the game. 53-53. We are tied. Owen County's double-digit lead has been erased.
We got us a instant classic here on PrepSpin in game number 1 of the Jock Sutherland.
Williams hangs and knocks it down. It's 31 now. 31 for CW. 55-53. Here comes North Laurel. That's Brian Gray. Has 2 big threes here in this half. Out top to Broughton. Broughton lines up to 3. Got it! 22 now for Peyton Broughton.
North Laurel's got their lead now.
56-55. Lob to Williams. He's working on big dude there for North Laurel, Jarrett Lips. Looking to Big Mike, Dunaway. Dunaway squaring up on Asher. Kicks it in the corner. McDonald thought about the 3, didn't leave his feet though. Now Toughness, needs some help there. Gives it to Williams. Carson wants a pick from Big Mike. Gives it out now to McDonald, who's got 5 threes, 15 points. Little runner, good. Nice. At 17 for McDonald now.
He asked for a pick for Big Mike, but he might have got an eclipse from Big Mike on that, my friend.
It was a full eclipse of the sun, huh? Oh, my goodness. Asher and Dunaway banging down low now. Broughton, and he lines up another 3. That one back of the rim, no. Nice rebound by Owen County. That was Patrick Osborne who pulled it off. 57-56, 6-minute mark of the ball game. Owen County leading leather, and that's going to be a bump there by Broughton. He's going to pick up his 3rd.
57-56. We got us a good one.
Coming up, Louisville Central and Dunbar. And I tell you what, Louisville Central is much better than their record, William Moorfield. That should be a good one, too, between Dunbar and Louisville Central coming up right after this one about, 6:15 or so. And then at 8 o'clock, it'll be Mercer County and Lafayette.
The only thing you got to know about that game, regardless of their records, it's Louisville versus Lexington.
That's true. That's a good point. Louisville, Lexington, they don't like each other very much.
I feel bad for those seniors yesterday. Speaking of Louisville,
yeah,
man,
no postseason for Ricky P's ball club. Timeout call. Both free throws nailed by Osborne. 59-56. Owen County. We're locked up in a good one here. And again, we want to thank UK Sports Medicine. Rob Ullery joined us at halftime. UK Sports Medicine. Also, we want to thank White, Greer, and Maggard. All Sports in the Fayette Mall, Rafferty's Restaurants with a special as you. First Farmers Bank of Owenton, Kentucky. I want to say shout out to Darrell Traylor, the president there. Thanks to First Farmers Bank of Owenton for sponsoring the Running Rebs. And William, we talked about in the pregame about the sharpshooters for Owen County. McDonald and Toughness, they have combined for 22 points. 7 of those points from Chad, 17 from McDonald, and he has a total of 5 threes in this game.
Yeah, those guys have come ready to play today, and their baskets have been in perfect time, if you will. Big baskets down the stretch, and just getting, they're the answer right now. And you got your other players out there contributing as well, and that's why we got ourselves a good ball game.
I'm looking at the score, 59-56, Owen County on top. Carson Williams and Chad McDonald have combined for 48 of the 59 points for Owen County.
Yeah.
Carson Williams has 31. 59-56, under 6 minutes. There's Peyton Broughton working it across for North Laurel. Angling right side. Free throw line extended, looking down low to Asher, posting up on Dunaway. Asher goes left, fade away, good. Nice move there by big Bryson Asher. He's got 9 points. I like his game too.
He took it right to Big Mike on that possession.
59-58, Owen County by 1 on the Asher jumper in the paint, and there's going to be a double dribble called there on McDonald, I believe. Yeah, said he double dribbled. North Laurel 20-3, Owen County 22-3 coming in. How about those records? I mean, I guess when you got 2 quality teams with 2 quality records, this is what you get with 5:28 to play, a 59-58 ball game.
Well, yeah, I mean, one thing that they've done all season is they've known how to win basketball games.
Osborne, he probably should have just had a catch and shoot, but he elected to dribble off a little bit to the left, and when he did that, that cost him a turnover as he drug his pivot foot a little bit, and an official right there on top of it. It's hard to, when you got 3 officials, it's hard to do anything now in high school. When I played high school basketball, we only had 2 officials. Williams fakes, goes off glass, good. He's got 33 now. 33 for Williams. 61-58. Owen County by 3. 5-minute mark of the ball game. Brian Gray for North Laurel, angling to the right side, looking for cutters. Asher cut out top, didn't get him the ball. Gray's going to dribble over to the left side now. Now hands it to Asher. Down low go to Broughton with Williams on him. Peyton Broughton in the paint. Throws it up and in, off balance.
That's just a case of he knew where he was at, right there in the middle of the paint, and he just kind of threw it up, asked for a prayer, and it was answered.
Well, he's got 24 points. He's got his average. 61-60. Williams with 33. Williams trying to look for 35. He puts it home. He's fouled. He will get the soup and whatever else he wants.
Well, this kid knows how to finish. If you get him anywhere around that basket, he'll finish it. You might put 2, you might put 3 guys on him, but they'll just jump on his back. That's about it. He'll finish it, Gary.
36 for Carson Williams, the All-Stater. 64-60, and Coach Sizemore wants a timeout. Timeout, North Laurel. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play, and Carson Williams putting on a show tonight, 37 for Owen County, 64-60. They lead North Laurel to be Louisville Central taking on Paul Dunbar after this one. And, William, I'm looking forward to that as I put together my charts for Louisville Central. Of course, you and I have seen Dunbar several times this year. We saw him several times over in the Catholic Traditional Bank Tournament. But they've got 3 big guns, the Doug Bibby does. Brandon Wells, the senior guard, averages about 15, 16 a game. Devin Furman, a junior, averages about 14 a game. And Davon Thompson for the Yellow Jackets averages about 13. So they got 3 big guns. And then they got Anthony Southers, too, who averages almost double figures. I think Louisville Central is going to give Dunbar a pretty good run for their money in that game.
Yeah, well, Dunbar, their big 3 is going to match up well with Louisville Central's big 3. So I think it's really going to come to the rest of the players. How deep is your bench, type of game.
I think Justin Kelly's going to be a big factor in that next game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kelleck's definitely come in there and do his job. And
one of the best soccer players in the state, all-state soccer player.
Definitely.
Got great footwork and comes up with the big rebounds. We saw him do that in their big traditional bank championship over at Catholic early in the year.
I guess the main question is Will Dunbar bite or will Louisville Central sting?
Broughton, who's got 20.
You're right, man.
Hey, by the way, Broughton had 13 points in that third quarter. He's got 24 now. Only had 11 at halftime. 64-60. 4 minutes, 9 seconds in regulation. We have an overtime in this. And Broughton goes in on Williams, hangs off glass, put it down.
He did that with a flash in his face.
26 now for Broughton on my sheet. 64-62. What a ball game here at the Jock Sutherland Classic. This is what you want, you know? Two teams going at it, playing hard. Superstars are stepping up. Carson Williams has 36 for Owen County, and North Laurel's Peyton Broughton has 26.
Somebody tweeted out, said,
Williams with another dunk. That's 5 dunks now by my count.
I almost had that on cue. Somebody tweeted at us and said, what you going to do when Carson Williams and Owen County and the Rebels run wild on you?
That's right. Sounds like, what's that cop show? What you going to do?
What's he going to do?
When they come for you. Broughton off balance. Put it down. My goodness. Broughton and Carson Williams putting on an absolute show here. Williams comes over to Patrick Osborne, 66-64, 3:03 to go. Ball knocked away, but great hustle there and great job by Toughness to go out and save the basketball, or possession would have gone to the Jaguars of North Laurel. 3 minutes to play in this ball game, 66-64. And we knew when we put together, when William and I were talking about doing the Jock Sutherland Classic, we knew these were going to be terrific ball games. Coming up, Central and Dunbar, that's going to be a good one. Central, one of the best teams in their region. And Dunbar, of course, at times this year been number 1 team in the state. And then tonight, how about this for an encore? A team that's 24-0 called Mercer County taking on the home team Lafayette. I think Lafayette's going to bounce back. They did not play, and give LCA some credit. They brought their A-plus game last night. They did not play their best last night, but I look for Lafayette to really bring it tonight against Mercer County because they know they're undefeated number 1 team in the state.
Well, and I think what had happened, too, is Coach Mendenhall's probably gave Coach Damon Kelly a call because West Jessamine played Mercer County real close.
Sure did.
Just about a week ago. And, you know, he probably wanted to get on the phone and say, hey, what'd you guys do? You know, give me some tips here. No, neither one of them's got anything to lose. I mean, other than Mercer County with that little dent on the record if that happens. But it's going to be a good game. I think both teams are going to play real hard today.
McDonald to Toughness, 2 minutes, 48 seconds. 66-64 if you're just tuning in. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game of the week. Owen County by 2. They have the ball. McDonald bounces back to Toughness. Back to Chad McDonald. McDonald has 17. He's hit 5 threes. Of course, the big story, Carson Williams with 37. Williams pounds it down with 2:20 to play in the ball game. And they look like they're going to run some four-corner here and run some clock. What do you think of this strategy with 2:12 to play?
I think it's the right thing to do, honestly, because every time Owen County's made a basket, you've had North Laurel come back there and have an answer for them.
Young man with a camera phone on over there with the light flashing, and the referees made him turn it off.
Yeah. Couldn't be distracted.
Passing backcourt to Williams. Had 33 the other night. Well, what's he doing tonight? 36. He's not a bad player. Williams. He's really, really good. Had him on my TV show last week, and what a great young man. Ball knocked away. Here comes Broughton. Peyton's got a layup, and a bust away lays it up, and then we are tied, William Warfield, at 66, and Broughton now with 28.
I think he was going for the dunk, but his teammate kind of cut him off a little bit there.
Like a Ricky Gallen dunk there. Ricky Gallen couldn't jump over a phone book. 66 all. Minute 38 to play in regulation. Carson Williams for Owen County, the running Rebs here. I know you folks watching Owenton, Kentucky are proud of this ball club. They are an excellent 8th region team. They could go to the Whitaker Bank Boys Sweet 16. They are that good. Even though they did lose Forsey, an outstanding defender, broke his hand in the All-A Classic.
Who's their biggest opponent there in the 8th region?
They've got the Oldhams.
Oldham and was J-Town too?
No, J-Town's in the 7th.
J-Town 7th.
But also Collins, those types of teams are in the 8th.
Okay.
Big Mike in trouble. Over goes now to Osborne. 56 seconds in regulation, 66 all. Owen County looking like they'd be very, very happy with taking the last shot here. And do you think 23 might take it?
I think it's a good possibility.
Either 23 or McDonald.
Or they could go post up with Big Mike inside.
Big Mike Dunaway. 43 seconds, timeout called.
Big Mike might have the best opportunity or the best look at it.
Right, because everybody be looking for Carson Williams with his big game tonight. 43 seconds to go, 66 all. And I said it earlier in the game, back in the fourth quarter, earlier in this quarter, could we have an overtime here in this first game of the Jock Sutherland Classic? We're staring right at it here.
Yeah, it's very possible, and you've been known to call those overtimes over the years.
True.
But, yeah, it's definitely possible.
Coming up, it'll be Louisville Central, and they will battle with Dunbar. That'll tip at 6:15, and then at 8 o'clock tonight, the Generals of Lafayette will take on the undefeated Mercer County Titans, the mighty, mighty Titans of Mercer County. Josh Cook, what a great job he's done in his second or, I believe, third year over there at Mercer County as the basketball coach.
Yeah, he took over for Coach Brett, I believe, who left over there. And
William, you do a great job. Not only you and I covering this 11th region and this Jock Sutherland, you do a great job of covering that 12th region over there too. I know you enjoy the 12th region.
I love the 12th. And it's right there in my backyard, you know. But yeah, I can tell you a lot about the 12th region, and
yep.
I think between us two, you know, we got Central Kentucky definitely covered.
Yes, sir, and we enjoy it. If you can't tell, we enjoy this. High school sports. I played at Boone County High School back in the day, and that's the reason I'm doing this, because great high school basketball days in the 9th region. They thought Williams walked, and they may have a point. 36 seconds in regulation. McDonald gives the big Dunaway. Down low to Williams. Great catch. Williams hangs, powers it up and in. And what are they going to call? They call the travel, I believe. Yeah. Carson didn't agree. Big Williams didn't like the call.
Neither does all the Owen County faithful here.
66 all. Owen County and North Laurel. Peyton Broughton, the All-Stater. He has 28 in this game.
People are standing right now here at Lafayette.
Excuse me, Broughton has 30 on. I got to add it up. He added up some more points there. 10 seconds. Williams comes out on him. Broughton, and Williams is going to foul him with 7.2, but that's only the 5th team foul. So a good play there by Williams. He knew he had a couple of fouls to give.
Not a bad decision at all. North Laurel, they've got the game in their hands. They just got to come up with a strategy here and try to convert on it. And this would be a huge win for their program if they were able to pull it off.
7.2 seconds, 66 all. And Carson Williams was called for the travel. Peyton Broughton was working off to his left, Mr. Warfield, and then Williams said, no, you're not going to get an easy layup. I'm going to go ahead and grab you because we got a couple fouls to give. That's only their 5th team foul. Yeah. They can commit one more here before the bonus with 7.2 to go.
I just looked down. Ron Harrison right here directly below me, and Ron's got that star in his eye right now, so I think he sensed something big about to happen.
Yeah. What a great game this has been, North Laurel and Owen County. Again, I want to thank the bank over there, the First Farmers Bank of Owenton. Happy to sponsor the Owen County First Farmers Bank of Owenton. They're on North Fort Thomas in Owenton, Kentucky, for all your banking needs. See Daryl Traylor, the president there, First Farmers Bank of Owenton, proud to sponsor the Running Rebs, member FDIC. Well, I want to thank those folks for sponsoring the Owen County basketball team, William, and for sponsoring PrepSpin.
Well, we appreciate it.
66 all. Here comes Broughton with 5 seconds, and he's going to be fouled on a reach by Osborne because he knew he had one more to give. And with 4.2 seconds, we are tied at 66 all. Owen County and North Laurel. Both teams with sterling records coming in. Guy standing up right in front of me now, William, so might be a little tough to call these last 4 seconds. I'm going to get another timeout called now.
What did they tell Lone Star to do? Use the Schwartz. You got your monitor right there, Mr. Ball.
I've got Williams with 38 unofficial. We'll get an official stat sheet.
That's Here you see Ron. Everybody's looking at Ron Harrison right here.
There's Mr. Ron.
Yeah. Ron's over here by us today. Kentucky Prep Hoops. Is that Kentucky Prep Hoops? Yeah.
Yeah, Ron does a great job covering high school sports. Of course, you and I are good friends with Josh Moore, the Herald leader. He's probably watching. Shout out to Josh. And, of course, shout out to all you folks watching in Owenton, Kentucky, about an hour from here. And
a lot of folks down in London.
Yeah, shout out to all you folks down in London watching. Thanks for watching. Gary Ball, William Moorfield here. 66 all, 4.2. Putting it in play will be Caleb Osborne for the North Laurel Jags. I would say they'll get it to Broughton. Broughton cutting in the corner. They get it to him. Broughton spins into the basket. Hangs. It's blocked by Williams. And it's going to overtime. We are going to overtime. Williams got the great clean block on Broughton. Of course, the North Laurel fans, of course, wanted a foul, but what a great block there by Carson Williams.
That was all ball. I mean, it was so much ball, Gary. So much ball, Gary Ball.
So we're headed to overtime, which we predicted.
Well, the young man, Williams, he had his whole wrist around that basketball and part of his arm. North Laurel fans don't like it, but the tape won't lie on that.
That would look like a clean block. And there's one fan over here that if I'm an official, I would definitely say something to security here, wouldn't you?
That's right.
Because you can, I mean, I understand his zealousness, but that was a clean block. I don't know what he was looking at. I mean, you can watch it on PrepSpin. All you North Laurel fans just tell you to go back and watch it. That's about as clean as block as you're going to see. I mean, if he was fouled, I would say he was fouled. I mean, that's just the way it is. We call it like we see it, but that was a clean block. It was all up top.
Well, they're going to put 4 minutes up there on that clock. Overtime.
We're headed to overtime in our first Jock Sutherland Classic. First game of a triple header. It'll be Louisville Central, Dunbar battling after this one. We'll have that one as well. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, we will have Lafayette against Mercer County. Williams, Big Mike, McDonald, Toughness, and Osborne. Same five that started. Broughton, Gray, Osborne, Asher, and Jarrett Lips. So obviously Kyle Jeffers not in there right now. I think they missed Jeffers, don't you?
I say they do.
Across the line is Toughness as we're in overtime now. 66 all between Owen County and North Laurel. Long shot, three won't go. Williams got a hand on it, right to Broughton though on that shot there by McDonald. Peyton Broughton works it across for North Laurel. Broughton. Switch off now as they put Patrick Osborne on Broughton. Swing it around to Jarrett Lips. Lips to the basket on Williams. High off glass, no. Rebounded by Dunaway. Big Mike cleared that one.
Mike D.
His teammates love calling him Big Mike, too. I was talking to Toughness and McDonald about that. They said, yeah, Big Mike, we've all played together for 6 years now.
I'm a Big Mike fan already.
I am, too. I like him. Williams, triple team, in trouble. Kicks it out top, free throw line. Jumper and knocked down there. McDonald, he has 19. Old McDonald. 19. 68-66. That's the first basket of the overtime. Gray gives over to Peyton Broughton. What a game he's had. Broughton backs it back out. Bounce pass down to Asher. Puts it up and in. Boy, Asher's got game too.
Yeah,
he's got 11.
He had a nice pass right there. Broughton with a nice feed there to him. You got to love it when you got guards that can, give you those types of passes.
Goes to Dunaway, down to Williams. Double team. Carson. Back to Dunaway, back down to Williams. Carson backs in and banks it home. Carson Williams now. I show him with 40 on my sheet. Mine's unofficial, of course. I keep my own scoring. I've got him with 40.
Mr. Harrison's got him with 42, it looks like.
Okay.
With 40 as well, I should say.
I could have missed one. Okay. 70-68, 2:10 to play in overtime. On a big shot by Williams out top. Asher lines up the three for the lead. Got it. 14 for Asher. 71-70, North Laurel with the 1-point lead here in overtime. Minute 56 to go in overtime.
That's been the theme of this ball game right here is you've had an answer for both ends of the floor.
Williams over to McDonald. Carson trying to post up, out top to Dunaway. He lets a three rip, and back of the rim, no. And rebounded down low, coming away with it there was Bryson Asher, the big 6'5 junior. 71-70. North Laurel the lead with 1:26 to go here in the overtime. Kick it in the corner to Asher. Out top to Peyton Broughton. Back to Asher. And we're going to get a quick timeout call by North Laurel with 1:13 to go here in the overtime. 71-70. And that was just a terrific shot there by Asher out top of the circle to give him that lead. The big fella now with 14.
This is a special ball game that you talk about the crowd interaction with it. You know, both teams packed the house here tonight, and it's a good atmosphere here at Lafayette.
43rd Districts will be here. William, you and I will be out here for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that will begin 2 weeks from this coming Monday, the 22nd of February. And we will have the girls and the boys action from the 43rd District, just like last year. And we'll have some 42nd District action as well. That's over at Scott County.
Our motto is we don't discriminate. We'll put on the boys and the girls.
That's right.
Your team and their team. And we just like to highlight high school athletics and showcase these schools.
Coming up after this overtime, it'll be Louisville Central and Paul Dunbar. Dunbar's been the number one team in the state for quite some time. Mercer County's had it, as Williams hit Christian County. And right now my vote would go to Mercer County as number one team. Dunbar's probably right there, though.
I think Dunbar's better than Mercer.
Until Mercer's beaten, they're 24-0. Until somebody beats them, they got to be number one. I agree with you about Dunbar. They're really, really good. They've been number one most of the year. Pass to Broughton in backcourt with 1:10 to go in the overtime. 71-70.
And I don't want to take anything away from Mercer, but I just don't think they've played as tough a schedule as Dunbar has.
I would agree with that. Lips hands it to Broughton. 52 seconds now in overtime. Here's a steal coming up with it, Toughness. What a great steal there by Vince Toughness. Read it, didn't he? And they don't need all they need is a basket here to take the lead. 71-70. North Laurel on top by one. Pass in the corner. They go out top, tack it goes to Carson Williams. Williams posting up. Williams down the lane, hangs and banks it home. Williams. Some contact there, but no call.
I'm going to have to agree with Ron and with you. I'm going to say Carson Williams is probably the best player in the state.
He is really, really good. Not only does he score, he's a great teammate. He's a great rebounder. He plays good defense. 72-71, and he wants the ball in his hands at crunch time. So that's the type of player you want as Mr. Basketball.
Some of the bigger teams, you got, 3 or 4 that are stars, big stars. Yeah, they 42 points.
Yeah, 42. I wanted to double check with Ron because he's got the same thing I do on his score sheet, 42 points. So I didn't keep too bad a running score, calling the game as well with Williams with 42. Peyton Broughton's had another big night for North Laurel on Brad Sizemore.
This is what we like to call a good old-fashioned slobber knocker.
19. But we said Broughton would probably light it up in the second half. He's got 19 points here in the second half, 30 points overall.
Yeah.
But the big fella Williams has 42. I don't know what a career high is for Coach Duvall's superstar Carson Williams, but I'd say he's scored 40 a few times in his career, wouldn't you?
Well, with a game like he's got and the size that he's got, especially when they're playing some of these smaller teams out there.
Yeah,
I'd say he's probably put 50 or 60 up on the board a couple times.
And did we mention he's 4.0 straight A student and number one in his class? He's going to be the valedictorian. That's impressive as well.
That's very impressive.
72-71, Owen County by one on that tough shot by Williams in traffic. 22 seconds here in the overtime. Gary Ball, William Warfield on prep spin. Down the lane, Broughton hangs and won't go. And rebounded by who else? Williams, he's fouled. And the foul's going to go on Lips, and I think he's out of the ball game.
And he knows it, too. He untucked the jersey and headed right to the sideline.
That's 5 on him. He's out.
Now, this one's not over yet, though, Gary. Williams has missed a couple free throws today.
That's true. We already have about 45, 46 points.
So it's not a bad foul.
15 seconds here in the overtime. 15 seconds here in the overtime, 72-71. Carson Williams will be at the line. Are we going to have WWE up here in the stands?
That's what I was sitting there thinking.
15 seconds. Williams free throw short. Well, you called it, Mr. Warfield. Carson Williams missed. If he was making all his free throws tonight, he would have 50. He's got, what, 42?
42 in a game.
Like I said, he has missed at least 6 free throws. Got that one. That's a big one. That puts him up to 73-71 Owen County. But remember, North Laurel's got Peyton Broughton, one of the best three-point shooters in the state.
Do you go for the tie or do you go for the win? We're going to go for a win.
Gray spinning. Gray down the lane. Stop, cut off. Here's a shot on the left side. Won't go off the iron. Rebounded and whistle. And Owen County should do it. North Laurel thought there was a push there on Osborne, who got the shot off. No call. And this was in Owen. And Owen County looks like they're going to escape. 73-71. Owen County. What a ball club they've got. North Laurel's a really good basketball team as well, as you might well guess here in this overtime situation with a really good Owen County team. North Laurel has had their chances. 73-71 at the line will be the unsung hero Patrick Osborne. Free throw rolls in. 3 points for Patrick, all 3 here in the second half, the junior. But that's not what Osborne does for you, William Warfield. He rebounds, he plays good defense, and he's a great consummate team player. 3 points. And this one's over. Makes both of them. 75-71. Even if North Laurel knocks down a 3, they still lose by 1 point. Peyton and Broughton is very upset.
Well, they still got to inbound the basketball. This one's not over yet.
Well, even if they make a 3, unless they get fouled shooting a 3, this game's over.
I see they called a timeout. I was getting ready to say, I thought North Laurel was just walking off the court there is what I was
No, they called a
at.
timeout, and Broughton pounded the ball down.
Timeout is called here. I was kind of confused there. My apologies.
75-71. What a great one here in the first game of the Jock Sutherland Classic. Coach Sutherland would be proud of this kind of basketball, wouldn't he?
Man, yes he would. He might need to put this game in his next book.
75-71 Owen County. They're going to pull it out. Trey Henson set the trigger. And half-court shot by Gray, and it will be off the mark. And it is a final. Owen County wins it 75-71 over a good North Laurel team. 75-71 is your final, William Warfield. In OT, in overtime, no doubt. Great first ball game of the Jock Sutherland. We hope the next 2 are just as good, don't we?
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a great game, and congratulations to both teams on putting a heck of a game number 1 out today.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll try to get a final stat sheet on Mr. Williams because he had a phenomenal night here tonight. Carson Williams with 43 points. And coming up, it'll be Dunbar. They will battle Louisville Central here. But we'll take a break, come back, and try to get a final sheet and wrap this one up. Take a little break and come back with Louisville Central as they will battle Dunbar here, one of the top teams in the state of Kentucky. What a great Jock Sutherland Classic. And what a great opening ball game. 75-71, Owen County in overtime over a very good North Laurel team. We'll return after this.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R-T-S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Thanks to Ron Harrison for the final stat sheet. 43 points for Carson Williams, 10 rebounds, 3 block shots. He sold popcorn, drove the team bus, made sure everybody was taped up and wrapped up before the game. I mean, he's just a do-it-all type of player.
Yep, he is. Just an outstanding performance today.
And probably the unsung hero, Chad McDonald, hit all those threes. He had 19 points, so they needed every one of those 19 points in this 75-71 overtime win over North Laurel.
Yeah, he had a good game as well, and overshadowed by his teammate, but definitely did an outstanding job today. And I thought Big Mike played well too. He didn't score a lot, but some of the things that he did out there on the floor was
seven rebounds. That's pretty impressive.
Well, 7 rebounds, but I mean he's also out there kind of opening things up there for Williams.
Carson with 43 points for Owen County leads them to a 75-71 overtime victory. And how about Peyton Broughton? 30 points for Peyton.
What a sharpshooter.
19 of those in the second half.
Kid's got a lot of heart out there, and just an outstanding floor general for North Laurel.
Well, the three-point shooting, 6 of 11 for the game. In the game, they were a total of 7 of 15, so nearly 50% from 3 for Owen County. They get 43. That does it for this one, and the victory goes to Owen County in overtime, 75-71. For my broadcast teammate William Moorfield, the King of Stream, Gary Ball, thanks for watching. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so it'll be Louisville Central and Paul Dunbar, one of the top teams in the state, battling here. Then later tonight, Mercer County will take on the Jock Sutherland host, Lafayette High School. We'll return after this with the pregame of Louisville Central and Dunbar. 75-71. Owen County wins it in overtime in a thriller here, and you watch it exclusively and live on